Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and by popular demand from the live stream just this past Thursday night, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. By the way, we have a guest joining us today on the show. It is none other than the ever-famous Starscream Wife, and she and I are going to do something very unique and take a look at money. Transformers money in the latest GotBot True review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot, and this right here is
Starscream Wife.
And as always, I'm going to ask you to please like, comment, share, subscribe, and while you're at it, that's right, please hit the notification bell because it lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel, like reviews and countdowns and stop motions. By the way, as of this recording, the next episode of Universal Collision is up and coming this Friday. Episode number 4. The story is starting to certainly get underway. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, Transformers, Collectors, and L, the Autobot family, and check me out everywhere on social media. And hey, while you're at it, why not check Starscream Wife out on social media? And here we have none other than the 25-cent coin, not the $25 coin, the 25-cent coin from the Royal Canadian Mint. And why do we have you here joining us for this review today, Starscream Wife? Why are you here in particular? Who owns this?
That's my coin.
It's not my coin.
I wanted it, so I got it. I'm
not a coin collector. I saw it and I thought it was cool. And it was mentioned on the live show. Happens generally Thursday nights. And when Starscream Wife saw it, she was really quite smitten with it and decided that she wanted to order one. Now, we only have one of two. There's another one that's out. We'll talk about that one in a little bit. But I would venture to say that without going into really any detail here, this is quite an interesting piece indeed. Would you not agree now that you have it in hand?
Oh yeah, no, I love it. I'm just gonna say, it's really cool.
Well, you know what? On that note, how about we head over to the table and take a closer look at this coin? And here, of course, we have the 3D Lenticular coin of Optimus Prime for 2019 from the Royal Canadian Mint. It is a quarter. You know, it's 25 cents. Canadian quarter.
It didn't cost that much.
No, I'm sure it did not cost that much. But we're going to try as best we can to grade this like we normally grade stuff, even though this, of course, is not a figure. This is the epitome of a collectible. There's no doubt about it. So just a few things to note kind of before we go into it. And by all means, if you have anything that you would like to add along the way, feel free to add along the way. If we're here, then we all kind of know, you know, who Optimus Prime is, and we do see him in robot and vehicle mode because the image here on the coin is like a hologram image. I'll show that closer in a few moments, or try to show it closer. The idea is, of course, though, that you should be able to move this back and forth and you would see the coin change from, or transform, if you will, from, you know, robot to truck. The artwork, to me, seems to very much resemble what we got during the Titans Return line. Like, it feels like that sort of artwork. Now, I could be 100% wrong about that, but it feels like that sort of artwork. So there are, of course, two designs on the coin. So the idea is to take I guess a coin of a transformer and actually be able to have it transform.
Yeah.
Right? Now, it's also noted that not only the coin transforms, but the whole housing that this is in also technically transforms, right? Did you know that?
What do you mean?
Well, here we have just a flat image, right? Mm-hmm. It's in package right now. It's in cellophane. It's in package. You can take it out and the package is resealable, right?
Yeah.
But if you have it out, you can turn it around. And on the back, you see the Queen, and we'll show that again closer. You see branding and whatnot. But down here there are little inserts, and you can put out those little inserts, and it transforms the flat picture image into what they call an easel.
Yeah, that's lame. No, that's not transforming.
Apparently, according to the Royal Canadian Mint, that's transforming.
Yeah, well, that's also known as BS in my world.
Oh, it actually specifically says the packaging changes into an easel. So you know, it's a presentation card, is what it is.
Well, I'm going to give props to the Mint marketing team because wow, just wow.
What about the scene? Like, on the package itself, we do have a scene of Optimus. What do you think of the scene itself?
Oh, I really like that. It's Optimus being strong. You know, he's there with his gun out. He's leading the way. It's pure Optimus Prime.
I like the fact, too, that it's an action scene. It's that heroic action scene. You know what I mean? It's not just like him standing there, you know?
It's got good coloring. He looks like Optimus. It's everything that you would expect from Optimus. For G1 Optimus. It's just who he is.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. So, let's see. Like, they also note that there's a couple of, like, wild facts. I don't know how wild they are. Optimus is the strongest of all the Autobots and a formidable fighter. But he's also a pacifist. unless it's Optimus from the movies. He's not so much a pacifist. I'm just saying, he asked for, what was it? Was it Lockdown's face that he said, like, give me your face? Or was that Fallen? I know you've seen these movies more than I have. Who is it he says, give me your face to?
It was the Fallen, and he's like crushing him with his staff and ripping on him.
Right, so, but he's pacifist, right?
Yeah.
Just saying.
He gets kind of hardcore as the movies go on.
Yeah, right? Now, the interesting part is... Hold on, there's something that I did want to point out here. The character splits into 3 different components: a drone named Roller, a combat deck with the Ion Blaster, and the familiar robot module known as the Brain Center. I had no idea that the actual robot, was known as the Brain Center of Optimus Prime. Like, that's a fact that I didn't know. I've never heard that before. I don't know if you have. I've never heard that before.
Nope.
So, I mean, there you go. This had a mintage of 25,000 pieces. The composition is nickel-plated steel. Its weight is, I guess it's 12.51 grams.
Yep.
The diameter is 35 millimeters.
It's bigger than a regular quarter. It's more the size of a toonie, and I think it might actually be a little bit bigger than our regular toonie.
Yeah, and it does. Like, anybody who knows Canadian money knows that the toonie is kind of like a silvery, I'll say, edge or a steel edge with an insert. And this seems very much the same thing. Like, you have the edge with the insert kind of put in it, is what it feels like anyway.
Yeah.
And I believe the artist is Susanna Blunt, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I don't know if she's the artist for Optimus or if she's the artist for the Queen Elizabeth image on the back.
I don't think so. I thought she might be the artist who did the artwork that's in the
Potentially. Now
on the display.
Now,
but I'm not sure.
Now, just for full disclosure here too, you also took a couple of pictures. One of the coin showing Optimus, the other of the coin showing the truck, right?
Oh no, it does say the obverse features the effigy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II by Susanna Blunt.
Okay, so I guess Susanna Blunt done the queen that's on the back.
Yeah, that seems a little weird though, because
I'd love to know who done the artwork on the front. Where did they get that from?
Does it say? I'm gonna steal it. I'm stealing.
You just took the thing we're reviewing off camera. What are people going to look at now? You can't do that, man. No, don't do that. It's not even in focus. Don't do that. Don't.
Hold on, I'm looking.
Put it back.
I'm gonna put it back. It doesn't say.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry,
It doesn't say.
Sorry.
We're going to try. It should still be focused.
Yeah.
We're going to try now to grade this as we normally do. Now, I was saying there for a second though, you did take a picture of the coin showing Optimus in robot mode, and then another picture showing him in truck mode, right?
Yes, you can clearly see when you move them when you move it, the two images very clearly.
Now I'm going to include that so that if me trying to show this up close doesn't really work, everybody can get a good look at both images. So I will include them kind of before we do go back to the outro and whatnot here. But give me a second. Before we give this grades, I just want to try and show the coin up close. I'm not taking this out of the package, guys. That's not my plan. So we're going to see how good we can do. First things first.
Ah, screw it. Let's take it out of the package. Yeah! Don't look at me like that.
You gotta take, well, you don't have to leave that on there because it's not in focus. I'm going to cut it out.
You can watch me take it out of the package. No, don't edit anything. Hello, people. Okay.
I can't leave that there like that.
Can you see it?
No. So on this side of the package we have Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, yes?
Yes.
Yes, and she looks very regal and royal, yes?
Yeah, that's the queen. Okay, boring. Let's get to the good stuff. Let's see if I can show it. Truck mode! Look how cool it looks.
Can you actually maneuver it slightly to... Will it work?
Oh, there we go! Just like that, transformed. And there he is in robot mode.
Okay, now in case you didn't see it there, I will still include the images, but let's kind of get down to some brass tacks here. Let's give this guy some grades. First things first, in terms of his paint apps or coloration, it's a 10. The art's beautiful, right?
It is.
I would say the art's a perfect 10. In terms of articulation, well, it doesn't, you can't articulate it. It doesn't have articulation, real. I guess it does have articulation though, because you move it and that's what changes it.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And it works out. It actually does what it's supposed to do.
You could still do heads and tails. So it articulates as much as a coin's gonna articulate. A 10?
Yeah.
10. We'll say 10 for articulation.
Why not?
And then you wouldn't expect this for a coin, but transformation. Both the coin transforms, and even though you think calling it an easel is lame, the flat picture does transform into an easel. So it does convert between modes. Come on. What are you going to score as transformation?
4.
4? Okay, so we have a 10.
That's so bad.
We have a 10, a 10, and a 4.
Marketing at its finest.
Overall score for this guy, somewhere at about a 7 or so, which begs the question of whether or not he is one that you should actually go out and see. But we're not going to address that right here. No. For now, we're just going to leave it. We've scored it. We're going to go back. We're going to have a little chit-chat about it. Sound good to you?
No, that's not fair. You can't score it like a transformer. It's a coin. It's got a 10 and it's got a 10. And as a coin, I think it's a 10. You can't put in transformation because that's just lame. The 4 for transformation just doesn't work. It's not a transformer.
We'll have to agree to disagree.
No, it's not a transformer. It is a great coin. And if you don't like it, well then, you're wrong.
And here we are once again, and here's Starscream Wife, and here is the coin once again. And there's a couple of things, before we go on and I kind of ask you anything about it, there's a couple of things here that I want to note that we did not note at the table, because I didn't notice it when we were at the table, probably because it was still in its cellophane prison. The Optimus, and it looks like the frame, and the lettering over here is all raised and textured, and I believe it's like a gloss coating on the art. Do you see that?
Yes, you can see it on his legs and on the Transformers here.
So it's actually like more to the artwork than one would necessarily expect to see. Back here these are the little like insets that you can pop out to create the stand version for you to be able to display this.
The transformation.
The transformation, right? So okay, so like a couple of pointed questions to you, because this was your baby, this was your deal. First things first, what kind of drew your attention to it? Like when you saw this, why did you say, you know what, I'd like to have that? What was it that first drew your attention to it?
It's unique. We have, as you can see, a few Transformers behind us.
1 or 2.
A few. It's Optimus, but it's unique in the fact that it's Optimus in a different way. He's not a toy. He's not a picture. Well, he is, but he's not just something you play with. It's a unique item that transforms. It was the uniqueness of the item that really got me.
It's pure it's a pure collectible, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, 100%. It's just
not
pure
functional.
No, not at all. Now, that being said, I guess you could, if you I don't know why you would, but I guess you could use this. Like, if you needed a quarter for something really bad, I suppose you could use the quarter.
It's not even going to fit in a payphone.
Are payphones even still a thing? Do payphones even still exist?
Either way, that's just terrible. Terrible.
You could buy candy.
That gives
like
me
you
anxiety.
could buy candy.
No, you don't buy candy with Optimus. You put it in your pocket for good luck when you go off on battle.
Adventures. When you go off on adventures, you put Optimus in your pocket.
Okay, adventures, battles, whatever.
Now, obviously, you paid more than 25 cents for this.
Yes.
Do you think it was worth it? Because obviously the value is, the perceived value for what you're buying is different than what this is. Are you happy with the price? Are you happy with the purchase amount? Are you happy with your purchase?
I am happy with my purchase. I'm not sure that the total price was actually worth it. I would like to see it a little bit lower for what it is. But I can understand why it is at the price point that it's at. It's because of what it is and its uniqueness, and that there's only so many made.
Right.
There's only 25,000 of these made, and I happen to be one of those 25,000 who will have one. So I understand where it's to, but let's face it. Anybody who's on a budget, everybody's on a budget, would appreciate being a little bit lower.
Now, what about the other coin? You didn't get the other coin, but a couple of questions there. One. That one is valued at $25, by the way. It's apparently silver, like actual silver. First question there is, do you think that one's cool? It's Optimus's head with the eyes able to glow in the dark. Do you think that the concept for the $25 one is cool?
It is. I like the glowing eyes. That gives its own little thing. But honestly, I like this coin better. I like the artwork.
You like the aesthetic better of this?
Yes. Yeah. And the fact that it is the 3D lenticular. Lenticular. Me not so good with the words.
Somebody has to be.
That aspect of it is what drew me in. I thought that was. It's not just one. One image.
Okay, yeah.
It's not just one image on there. You get two images.
Two for the price of one. Who doesn't like that? Now, the other one only has a mintage of 3,500.
Yes.
Why do you think it has a lower mintage, and what's up with the price of that one?
Well, that one's a lot more expensive, and it's silver.
Yeah.
You don't mint something at a higher amount when you know that there's going to be less people who are going to buy it because of the price point.
Yeah, obviously. Now, we graded this, and I gave it the scores that I would usually give it. And I said overall, the score was about a 7. Now, you said you can't include the transformation overall, the score is a 10. Do you think objectively, now here's where things get interesting with reviews, and Starscream Wife has never done reviews. It's so hard to remain objective in these things. So I would ask you, do you give it a 10 because you're justifying the price that you paid for it? Or do you think objectively, no, for a coin, it's an absolute 10? Like, do you think you're colored and biased subjectively, or when you stand back from it, because I stood back from it and I gave it a 7. When you stand back from it, do you still think it's a 10?
I don't know. It's hard for me to be objective.
It is. And it's very, I mean, we all fall victim to it, man. We all fall victim to it. But it's, it's cool. It's a great coin. I'm not a coin collector. You're not a coin collector.
No, but I like having these pieces. Like, when I see something that I like, I just want to have it.
But this has already been on display here at our home, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not, it's not going to do anything more than be a display, but it's a beautiful display piece, and it's a great talking point for anybody who sees it. Like, to say you have Transformers money.
I don't collect a lot of things because I'm very picky about what I choose to put on display, because there's that part of me that thinks that's a waste of money for something that's just going to be shown or laid there and put on display. Yeah. So for this, I wanted to buy it, and it's one of those items that I'd be proud to have on display and go, hey, look at what I have. This is so cool.
And you know what? On that note, that's probably the best reason to collect anything, including Transformers money. You know that I love it when you guys drop by and give me a little bit of your time. I know how important and how valuable it is to you. You know, I'd love to hear if you guys got this coin or the other one or both. I'd love to hear your thoughts on, well, usually I say these figures, but in this case, on this money. I appreciate you coming by, give me some of your very valuable time, and I very much look forward to the next time, or we very much look forward to the next time, that you and I, probably Starscream Wife, get together to have another visit, either in the live streams, at the Universal Collision premieres, or right here, inside the videos.
Later, folks.